Hey, Dominus Fabliscum. How's it going, everybody? This one's just a very, very quick one about mental health and how faith can actually help with your mental health. So, I've been asked to talk about this by a couple of subscribers. So, here I am. So, I'm just waiting to see if they're going to come on. But yeah, basically, I'll see if I can figure out how to do this. Here we go. See if we can do this. There we go. So we're going to start and see if people are going to come on. I'm just trying to figure this out. Me and technology. So basically, this is going to be about how faith helps with mental health. So, mental health is quite a big thing, obviously, which affects people all around the world. It is the largest killer in the world. So, mental health is quite a serious thing. It causes more death in the world than obviously cancer, AIDS, or any form of famine. Mental health is very, very serious. I myself have suffered from it. I studied obviously a lot with counselling and psychology in the past with obviously my mental health. So I try to study the best I can, and it's quite a big field to get into. But there's certain things what psychiatry, counselling, psychology doesn't cover. Like I say, it has a ceiling. And unfortunately, the medical profession just like to throw tablets at you if they can't seem to figure the issue out. It's basically a way of sedating you and making you just cope with it. But the problem is always there. It just masks it. Now, this isn't me saying don't take medication. Obviously, yes, the medication does help and it has its place. But you've got to get to the root of the problem. So for me, faith, quite literally, and this is done by big surveys around the world from the psychological, the hospital, the medical community, have basically all said that faith is vitally important with mental health. It basically can help people come to terms with grief, can help them come to terms with being more self-confident, self-help, and can cover a big aspect in life to actually help people do better, if that makes sense, to feel better in themselves. So, faith is quite a big thing. If you've got a belief system, I find most of the unhappy people I know who are atheists, who suffer from mental health, they struggle a lot more. And it's not just a theory or my opinion, it's fact. They struggle a lot more with their mental health. But when you've got the belief system and the faith behind you, you've got something you can turn to, which without that, life can be quite hard. People start to ask, what is the point in this accident of life? What is the point of everything? The pain, the grief, the sorrow, the strain. And you've even got to look at, it's not even about people's financial abilities. Even a lot of billionaires and millionaires are horrendously depressed. Stockbrokers, and some of the big suicide cases are actually people with money. So you've got to think suicide, mental health attacks people from all walks of life. So, hey, how's it going? How's it going, Jack? You all right, my man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, bro. So it's literally like, anything you guys want to ask on like the subject today is mental health, obviously, and faith. So yeah, so there's anything people want to ask or talk about, please, do feel free to do feel free to ask me anything you wish, and I will do my best to answer them questions for you. So faith is quite critical, I find, because what it actually does for people is it gives you a form of peace. You're never alone. It's like I said to my stepson once when he was going through a hard time. I said to him, you ever need to talk to someone, but you just can't find the words to talk to someone, you can always go into a church, sit there on your own. And a lot of people I know, again, atheists who've gone into churches and they just sit there and they come out and they feel much better afterwards. So there's like a sense of peace and tranquility when they go into them sort of places. So it can really, really help people. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free. Don't know if anyone has. It's a bit late. I did choose to do this at a very late time. Oh, I'm actually exhausted as well. Just coming from nights, and now I'm doing work on my channel. Another good thing as well, what I'll add is a lot of people don't realise that even when you read things like the Bible, the Bible covers everything: mental health, depression, anxiety, debt, poverty, you name it. It's actually in the Bible. So the Bible covers pretty much everything as well. But people don't realise it. They don't realise it because they haven't read it, But there's in that it's a list of stories, but it kind of guides you through life, So that's something. And I'm guessing the Quran. I've read part of the Quran, or quite a lot of it, but the Quran's very similar as well. It really does help you with life. If you read through it, it gives you some really, really good, valid answers, which is viable for today as well. So let's see if anyone's got any questions. We won't be online too long tonight, guys, purely just because I've got some things I've got to sort out today. But I promise I'll come on and talk about it because people always try and pick my brain with mental health. So I thought I'd jump on it quickly. But any questions you do have, if we don't answer them tonight, drop them in the comment bar, and then what we will do is I'll cover it on a later date if people haven't got anything tonight. I know the internet's quite bad as well, so it's not helping. Let's have a look. Still playing with this tools of all the live stuff. I think you can even do split screen on this as well, where you can actually talk to people, which will be something I'll probably be doing for a few of the subscribers. So if any of the people who are subscribed to the channel later on, if you actually want to have a chat physically or a chat and you want to come online with me, I'll happily do that with you, and we can interact and talk about the faith and different things and whatever subjects you want to talk about, and your style of worship and different things like that as well. Let's have a look. I don't think if the chat's working. This is typical. Yeah, so we've got some big things coming up for the channel as well soon. I'm going to be doing a video on mental health, covering that and how faith is important as well, which will answer a lot of the questions anyway. We're going to be going on to one on exorcisms, which will be quite fun. We're going to be doing a documentary on that. We're going to start filming that soon, so that will all be coming up very, very soon for people.